Ben, can you talk a little bit about what Richard Reese did today, and especially on that last drive where y'all needed the touchdown?
Honestly, I think he just did kind of his own Richard Reese things to a sense. You know, since he started playing against Albany, we knew he was special. He shows it in practice every week. What he did today wasn't anything out of the ordinary for him.
Ben, when he scores that last touchdown, is it a little bit of a, exhale kind of moment for y'all as a team? Because obviously the second half had gone a little bit differently than the first half.
A little bit, yeah. So going into that last drive, Coach Grimes was like, "We're gonna end this. This is gonna end two ways. Either the game's gonna end and we have the ball, or we're gonna go celebrate in the end zone after we score a touchdown." So I told him I thought he manifested the entire drive, and it was a relief. It bumped us back up a couple points and gave our defense the chance to go out and stop him on fourth. So.
Ben, you guys were much faster from the start on offense, but then third quarter was pretty slow. What was different from the second going into the third, and then how did you guys fix that going into the fourth?
I think for starters, we started off with really good complementary football. Our defense made two really good stops on their first two drives, and we were able to capitalize on both of those. And then in the second half, a couple different things may have happened. Offensively, we weren't doing the things we should have. We got stopped on the 4th and 1. It comes back to complementary football and like complementing the defense, and they do something well, and then the offense does the same thing back, and then you just have really good football being played. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, back here. In those moments, like in the second half, where things just you can't quite get over the hump, in the huddle on offense, who are some of the guys that are stepping up, and what's sort of the message that y'all are telling each other in those times?
I believe myself, Blake, Coach Grimes, Coach Mateos, all the coaches. Coach Rand is pretty vocal. It's cool. But it's just kind of like we have to be who we are, capitalizing, playing in front of the sticks, not making any foolish mistakes or penalties, just playing as a good offense. And I feel like that energy that we had in the first half, we kind of lost in the third quarter, and we were able to catch some of that late in the fourth. But at the same time, it's like we need to be able to have that energy the entire time. So.
Ben in the back. Having Blake in that huddle today, how big of a boost was that for you guys?
It's great. I mean, having him he's our quarterback, right? So having him there, having him being vocal, playing confident, doing Blake things. So it was good.
Ben, I was wondering if you were kicking yourself over the drop in. I'm not going to call it a drop. You just missed the pass. But
It was a drop.
okay, were you kicking yourself at that point, or how do you kind of put those things behind you?
Good question. For me, that was a really hard moment because in my eyes, I don't drop balls like that. I don't let myself get in situations like that. So it was frustrating. Coach Grimes always says after you make a mistake that he's going to come back to you. And for him to tell me that, it's like, means a lot. So.
Ben, going back to that final drive, it seems like the last couple of years you guys have really thrived in smash-mouth offensive football. And knowing that you're going to need to run down some clock, you're going to need to keep it on the ground and kind of get back to who you guys are. How did that feel to go back to a drive like that to close out the game?
It felt good. We really didn't have a choice when you're looking at it from everything looks like a choice most of the times, but that was not a choice. We had to do that. But your question, it feels good. And when you have an offensive line and a couple tight ends and a strong back all working as one, there was no other feeling like it. Appreciate you guys.